Here's the ultimate beginner's guide to Skywars. This video will help set you up for improving at the game and leveling up quickly, so let's start with the very basics. Coins are the most basic form of currency in Skywars and are used for the majority of unlocks and upgrades. You're pretty much constantly gaining coins, since you get them from playing, kills, wins, quests, leveling up, and so much more. Because coins are so pivotal to so many different parts of progression, I'll be telling you exactly which upgrades you should be spending your coins on to get the most value as a new player. Next are tokens, which are the cosmetic currency. Tokens can only be used for buying things like kill effects or victory dances, but they don't really add any value to leveling up, so I won't really be covering them in this video. Finally, we have souls, which are collected by getting kills. For every kill, you also get a soul, and they're stored over in this counter in the lobby. Souls are used for the soul well, which is located up here, where you roll a wheel and gain random rewards. The well costs 10 souls per roll, but you can also change it to do up to 5 rolls at once. It gives all sorts of rewards, from bags of coins to brand new kits and perks, but we'll cover those later. Souls can't be used in any other way, at least for new players, so you always want to roll the soul well whenever you can, pretty much until you've unlocked every kit and perk. Because of how valuable souls are in the early game, I'd recommend you invest some of your coins into upgrading Zezbith luck. Maxing this is pretty cheap, even for a new player, and it helps a lot with quickly unlocking kits and perks to have a broader collection. Now, I've talked a bit about kits and perks, but you probably still don't know too much about these. Well, there are a ton of kits and perks in Skywars, both of which give you benefits during the game that can help a lot. Kits are a set of items given to you at the very beginning of the game, so having access to a good kit can help you get going right from the start. However, kits aren't free, and each have a different rarity that makes them easier or harder to unlock. There are common kits, which are the easiest to unlock, costing you only 15,000 coins. Rare kits are a bit more, at 20,000 coins, and legendary kits cost 30,000. Perks have the same rarity and cost system, but work differently in-game. Perks aren't specific items, but rather are constantly active conditionals. For example, one perk called Knowledge gives you 3 XP levels per kill. And unlike kits, you can have multiple active at a time, that being 6 slots. So now let's go over a few of the best kits and perks for new players. The current meta in Skywars is playing more rushy by running to mid as fast as possible and stacking up on mid loot. If you want to play very offensively, like the meta, a few good options for you would be the common Ecologist kit, common Frog kit, common Scout kit, and the uncommon Knight kit. These all come with some type of armor, weapon, or method of getting to mid quickly that helps with getting kills and grabbing mid loot. If you want to play fast, but still slightly more technical or have options for retreating, the rare Farmer, Legendary Pyro, and Legendary Enderman kits might work better for you. All of these are still very meta choices, but they require a higher skill ceiling to be played well, and are a bit more unique in their playstyles. If you want to play way slower and build up your gear safely before fighting, kits like the common Armorsmith, common Enchanter, and rare Speleologist might be the way to go. These all give great starting items that set you up for some really strong gear if you have the time to make it. All of these kits I've listed are in the better half of the meta right now, but really any kit can work if played well, so I recommend you look at some of the other options before committing to any. You can also watch my video on the 5 best kits if you're interested in the very best ones and why they're good right now. As for the best perks, there's a bit more of a clear set of choices, with only a few that should be switched out depending on your playstyle. You should pretty much always have the common Resistance boost, common Savior, common Lucky Charm, rare Environmental Expert, and legendary Black Magic. These provide unmatched value across a range of situations, so getting these is pretty important. After these ones, you still have one remaining slot, so you can choose between some other good perks like the common Knowledge, the common Bridger, the rare Mining Expertise if you're using Speleologist, or the legendary Barbarian if you're using Ecologist. You also have Juggernaut and Bulldozer by default, which are both pretty good. But the most important thing to spend your coins on is upgrading your Angel of Death percentage. The price for this scales up pretty fast, but it provides a ton of value as each upgrade gives you another % chance of having a game you play to be corrupted. Corrupted games give you another player's head after you kill them, and collecting heads gives you bonus Skywars XP, giving more or less depending on how many overall kills that enemy has. I'll put a full chart on the screen now so you can see how much XP you'd get for how good an enemy is. Getting high kill counts in corrupt games is by far the best way to gain Skywars XP, so in terms of coins spent to XP gained, this is definitely the most worth the price. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention, heads are a currency too. Going into the Mythical kits section in the shop will show you a collection of 7 different kits, all of which are exclusively bought with heads. These will probably take a bit of time for a brand new player to unlock, just because of how uncommon heads are and the fairly high price for the kits, but I will say that out of these 7, Endlord is by far the best. In fact, in the current meta, it's pretty commonly agreed upon that Endlord is the best kit overall, so when you do get enough heads, this is probably the one you should buy. And you don't have to worry, purchasing any kits with heads won't set back your total head count or Skywars XP, but rather just make it so you need more for the next unlock. Overall, the choices for leveling vary a lot depending on how you play. I'd recommend that you first focus on kits and perks. Roll the soul well as much as possible, and buy the rest of the perks if you don't get them all. Find 1 or 2 kits you think would work for you, and use them as much as possible. Then save the rest of your coins for Zezbith luck, and once you get that maxed, focus on the Angel of Death. For those of you who are still struggling, I'm working on a full guide to Skywars PvP, but until that comes out, I'll have a few general guides from some other YouTubers in the description. With that being said, I hope this video helps you level up. Thanks for watching, and have a good day.